Ekoye Brewery, SOCD. Yes, me born history. Ya na musi yen kan no kura ni yebeka. O pese why Ghanaians don't have investors. Ghanaian businesses don't have confidence in any say ofu say cool beba and an adwuma ye nyina de ani abesiri so ne yage. Enti onyeska no de kwabrochire no de akoto dan no tim boko. Onyeska no de akosi dan no tim boko. Enu ntina industries egu e wo Ghana. Say open no kura tie dia me I don't lie. I'll tell you.
Yeah, but the last coup d'etat, 81, from that time up until now, you are talking almost 40 years.
Good.
Into we coup d'etat period, why don't we still have businesses running?
It is the system he built. One, he conscientized Ghanaians. Now, only business ideas to take over and control businesses. Now, and you man no more sa ukrausa. One man look so old. Or say, we not go sit down making cheaters every day. No, walai. Ignorant people who did not know how to think and create businesses. They took over. Ya bomba kombala for ma naked. Ya bomba hemuma.
Haruna Idrisu, the next sitting of Parliament, I want you to step forward and demand that the person who made the statement and demand for evidence, because without J.J. Rawlings, majority of you people, including you, Haruna, you were riff-raffs working on deserts. You would have never made it to Parliament.
Indeed, Rawlings never dies. We are here to respond to Abu Jinapo with a petition to the Honorable Speaker of Parliament to register our displeasure on the unfortunate utterance of Abu Jinapo against our first daughter of His Excellency, the founder of the National Democratic Congress. So we are here waiting, and we are making sure that we are going to meet Mr. Speaker, else we are not leaving here. Thank you. Join.
Anybody who has followed my career and followed my involvement in Ghanaian public life will in all modesty attest to the fact that I don't speak in that nature. I don't speak in that manner.
Right. Welcome to the reason show. We see Makwaba, your friend Odisheba. Na the whole thing. Enipa no omodi asemo to no so no Abu Jinapo say on kind no ne kan asem no. Why must we pretend to speak against Ubia enyo no and I can't say more against one kind, you know. So today, Ibigrim. Honorable Japan so eating Komubion. Yibisia Niashe. So Rawlings, was he a murderer or Rawlings is a murderer? You bet me justify today. Yibisia more history. Na Yashe. You're from Odisheba. I had the reason so. We are not going to sit down for anybody, anyone to distort or misrepresent our history in a wrong direction. J.J. Rawlings was a murderer. That's the answer. That's the question that we are asking. Over to me, I drop all comments. Na yet you want to wagin. We are over to me, I share what's watching and now watch your page and I'll subscribe to the channel. And there were a lot of things to talk about. The so-called Parliament say they are seeking so-called justice for Senator Rawlings. Why? We are also going to find a way. Say no cre say obi timi ka obi papa ho asem na say eno de enya de a Ene na omunya ready say JB Danquah busuafo nyina so will match up to Parliament from today. So we are waiting. Yentie asemweni entoaso.
I just want to sound a caution that NDC has revolutionary roots, and that when it comes to unleashing violence, nobody can beat us in unleashing violence.
Time, it was not a coup, but the country woke up to the news of the gruesome murder of 3 High Court judges and a retired army officer. These High Court judges were Cecilia Corantin, Frederick Opoku-Sarkodie, and Kwadwo AGYAPONG. The retired army officer was Sam Akwa, who was then the head of personnel at Ghana Industrial Holding Corporation, GIHOC. The reasons for their murder was unknown.
Right. So today, if say omo reasons are Rawlings edukum woman unknown dia, why must we pretend? Well, why must we pretend? I didn't know. You pretend say as a Rawlings ye obi a we angel be. Why? And what is the point? Say your person your man koda hunu say enipa ne ye treni ni anase say ana ya sheda. A deporting ene gina soma sa jenkofo miensa we womo ekum womo firi asase so. So mo ye busuafo. And I'll show you a lot of videos. I be a na nipa yure fi me refresh wadwen. Nti sa wo ye pani when you fear kaka obe kaka nsembi. The likes of Adumaku Nyamiche, the likes of Stephen Adabuga. You better dropping more videos. But you like video no why? From a force what they share about and say, your politics, your social and economic affairs. Now, the character called Jerry John Rawlings today, me show ni niyama bi atro na mamu hu say oye no actor to say Mr. B. Rawlings came in an existence in Ghanaian politics as an actor or be actor. In order for him to achieve na okuta skin color be na no deceive Ghana for be today. I'll give you the evidences. Also, so we are brantie today unya adwuma nya but JJ Rawlings sobo bono sobo pa free say Kennedy Kwame Akumpre kwa Japan ka sembi say the reason why ya Ghana for be brain ntimi mi adwuma ne say from 79 coming, in fact enkroma ne shase Rawlings ebe depend no ekele the entrepreneurship skills or spirit and e woni pemu because one obaye no oba attack enipa e wosika wo man with no reason to the sense say or you selfish in a selfish interest it na osuro say boni a wadie no esikafo betimi amase etia no ebrebi atwam na mpanimfo mutimi nka because Rawlings era no oma memo bebre dane ma enutina today we are saying this Rawlings era because of ni bullying with the military e Ghana for mpanimfo bebre enu ayemre but today ya no she it say acid I'm like acid and we respect but we don't fear. So the point is say the entire Ghana for ntimi mi adwuma no Jerry John Rawlings because the entrepreneurship skills and as a spirit when you say be a human or be killing or be shutting it down all because of what the selfish interest to lead as a military coup d'etat agent. Now Ghana the landscape no ehifo na ekuta sa the entrepreneurship skills no and as a spirit no the people living in the south side when you talk of the Kwaus, Akwiapems and the almighty Asantes they have this energy to create businesses so that they will solve the daily activity and as daily problems. and yenya nipa bi ma wo ye day or kill it sa energy ni nyina wo say no mpanifo ni nimpa nti afei wo bia chesi kopa aban adwuma ye afei ene ye besa de mu awura mu bio ehemfo ene dominate wo government sector eye Ghana no landmark no hwan mu na ne edoso wo aban adwuma mu a the people from the north side and the coastal side womun so ne doso e wo aban adwuma mu ye wi a ye do besa awuram nye bisa say eye den na corruption egura government sector mu hwan mu na ne doso wo aban adwuma mu corruption hwan mu na ne doso so enipa dodo ana ya aban adwuma no aye from the coastal lands and the northern belt there ehefo ene ma corruption eye akono e wo man nim. And these are critical matters we the people must start to rethink again, and we will never allow anyone to shift the blame to anyone, because until we realize to speak the truth without any fear or favor, people are going to take advantage and mess the country up. And that is why Ghana is suffering. So the point is say, my children say, when it comes to the entrepreneurship spirit, one wanted me be a juma, the people living in the southern side of this country called Ghana. Now, one more from Nkrumah, no we are juma, a pa by juma ye, the people from the coastal lands and then the northern belt. So today, this is my question. If say we have so much corruption in the government sector, who cause them? Drop your comments. Your friend this year, we here to run the show. The show cannot run we. So yentia the way we are better also.
Siao Afriha. Rawlings Brought Oko Liberia. Eko ye Brewe SOCD. Yes, me more history. Ya na musi yen kan no kura ni yebeka. O pese why Ghanaians don't have investors, Ghanaian businesses don't have confidence in any say ofu say cool beba ena na adwuma ye nyina de ani abesiri so ne yaji. Enti onyeska no de kwabrochire no de akoto dan no timboko. Onyeska no de akosi dan no timboko. Enuntina industries egu e wo Ghana. Say o penokratie dia me I don't lie. I'll tell you.
Yeah, but the last coup d'etat, 81, from that time up until now, you are talking almost 40 years.
Good.
Into we coup d'etat period, why don't we still have businesses running?
It is the system he built. One, he conscientized Ghanaians. Now we need business ideas to take over and control businesses. Na enyuma no mutro sa ukra usa. What maluku so old? Or say we not go sit down making cheaters every day. No, walai. Ignorant people who did not know how to think and create businesses. They took over. Ya boma kombala for ma naked. Ya boma hemuma. Omusu amre bi omu ko hwie adwunso gu soja ni bi hu. Tinu oma mini opa ko rent so.
Sempa FM.
So, tinu oma mini om to mba omu ye oma de papa. Na me bo history pa o. Akofa semaba. So, enti system na o build ye no. Ahoya RT Briscoe. Me na mato Kumasi property. Na awira hu se me wom ni se. Ekonfo no a oji RT Briscoe company ndi ma wo mu no. RT Briscoe was so many properties and confirm they don't even know where it is. Who fee say a woman.
Right. So this is the point I make on some say today. Say Ghana for near Jumaye. You need businesses. Point a finger to the Rawlings family. They can never hide from this. And I will show you old videos beyond. Maybe we're a fee. Rawlings came in as a crook. Or you crook, or you crooker, or you crook and Kasano Ghana. Now, on the scale of Jerry Rawlings' cross skin, people are saying, say, oh yeah, Rawlings here is Scottish. Now we are tracking to see, say, really, was Rawlings truly from Nifada and were Scottish in and also when you're Scottish. Just watch Rawlings' demeanor as of time one. Na or what soldier no mono. Rawlings ye. Na o no, because in China, say obi person what in the skin that wa o nyina na or injection. Na or number 2 so that the face is na elaborate and as expand. Now, in the public debate to my be. Rawlings Rawlings country we are saying why just when it mean now Rawlings anyone was saying Rawlings might come from or Lebanese who know to Lebanese or yeah the South Asian would have anything Rawlings in or you different yeah video we na mention what
But will people have a right to vote you out? And the party out?
I'm saying that we can vote people in.
Right. This is Jerry John Rawlings. And you won't know something a year can. When you need the young canon. Ucha Rawlings di would have trained memo ni old videos bear me and son. Adana Rawlings in no was son. Trinity Scottish in Ibn who are what to say. Scottish, they don't have these looks. Scottish for they don't look like this. Almost any papa is Scottish. Rawlings is Scottish no can I stand to challenge it. Me say on Scottish ni JJ Rawlings and Scottish ni. Now Rawlings ebe acte or yet to say actor. It is a video we crowd here. As of those times 79. Now what is he revolution man? I say or yes or actor also be active with the military. And now on say ni skin color no. Na o man no inferiority complex achi o man nti no. When they see obi o ekoko say ya, people think say okuta upper hand. And Sadia no so ha Ghana for. Because ne kala ne kura no or the deceive Ghana for or the acte ye. She video in and to us video. You
better shut up when I'm talking, okay? Hello, listen.
Ghanaian leader, Flight Lieutenant Jerry Rawlings.
All planters, do you have corn? I'm talking about planters, not diggers. Let me see you by the hand. Up. Good. Now, those of you who have the corn sacks, go and supply. But you've got corn in your left hand. Jesus Christ. Okay.
Now, this is a pure activism, activism. And those time people think say Rawlings was something, I mean, a dear unique be. So, because okuta first skin be so ba wo de hwe ne yie pa hwe papa je yie say we Scottish ni dabi ne papa is Scottish dabi hwe Rawlings say wo obi a unim South Asians yie pa hwe ne yie just wo de hwe Rawlings yie hwe papa je yie hwe ne yie pa o bacho mo amani afini sabre we na de ade sabre we na Rawlings person wo kire say sabre no wa o kai de no person wo kire no pacho betima drop o comments was your mama now dear na man na ye di Rawlings ho nkomo ye ase ye doso papa je wanya ne ba bi ko on sempeni say what a glass house ma on ye ntoto bo so what a glass house ma we don't throw stone na Ghana there's a huge hypocrisy. Say Murtala Mohammed etimia hit back on JB Danquah. Or hit JB Danquah we na ye be responding dia. Afedi nipa bi ehun say ade na ya. Afedi say ya say obeka obi ho asem. Isim say senka ya antie nsimu a enkomo be yete say Rawlings no obi aka no ho asem bone nanso so na free zinato any Mutala Muhammad and a course the abe ne obi a wawu ye doso ni biu na se oman koma no antum na omatimi akostorm parliament no. It also tells us say we must also let the people know. That's time I must say let the blood flow. Today there's no blood. Let the people know about who is Jerry Joe Rawlings. Now, Mami your friend of Senator Rawlings, Oni Mutala, and Adi way in Abba, or be open door say, yen discuss it, Jerry Joe Rawlings. If you say, or more discuss it, JB Danquah. Now, discuss JB Danquah, Sebia, or discussing the keko. Or to one and near J.M. a year pro JB Danquah with him, or no see a Samayo, Rawlings to see a Samay. But on record, JB Danquah's legacy, the intellectual capacity, the academic resilience of JB Danquah, nobody can challenge that when it comes to a country called Ghana. Wow, unim di entia yedu so Rawlings no. Yentia say ni entu aso.
Daughter of a murderer, sit down. Now when you heard that, what is the first thing that came in your mind? Let's just be honest, okay? Now the first thing is that wasn't honorable. It shouldn't have come from anybody's mouth. But let's not play sentiments. Let's not let only sentiments and emotions rule. Daughter of a murderer, sit down.
Right. Eti bacha abusi amesrawa oba like video no mama why. Na and then wa when you finish be show video bi uni mana what we adwena so why. Aha. Eti ebi a afa no wa join here na wonim di enti a ye doso Jerry Joe Rawlings ase ne say eye say ya.
Daughter of a murderer, sit down. Now when you heard that, what is the first thing that came in your mind? Let's just be honest, okay? Now the first thing is that wasn't honorable. It shouldn't have come from anybody's mouth. But let's not play sentiments. Let's not let only sentiments and emotions rule our thinking. Zeneta was first of all enabling someone to bastardize another dead man, someone's father. She was busy enabling Tamale Central's MP, that is Honorable Mutala, to insult JB Danquah, to tarnish the image of a dead man, yeah? But when someone called her daughter of a murderer, you are now emotional, you are now running into sentiment. You see, everything happens for a reason. If she wasn't enabling someone to tarnish the image of another dead man or another man's father, nobody would have referred to her as daughter of a murderer, even though we know for a fact that J.J. Rawlings was a murderer. Okay, so let me ask you a simple question. If we have a military ruler today who goes about killing anybody he wants based on his own definition, what would you call him? What are you going to call him? He's doing a service for this nation by killing people. How does that make sense? J.J. Rawlings was a murderer. He murdered people who did not align with his thinking. He murdered people who did not align with his philosophy. And that is a fact. Going into the 2020 election, there was nowhere that Danquah Akufo-Addo said that if anybody stands in the way of the military, they should shoot him. All right? But because this death was caused under his government, people were quick to calling him a murderer. The NDC has engaged in using more painful words, more harsh words on Akufo-Addo than any president this country has ever witnessed. And then when they were given the opportunity to at least withdraw, when they were given the opportunity to at least be honorable, to at least act diplomatic, yeah, they said that no, that is their opinion. They stand on it. It is my opinion that J.J. Rawlings was a murderer. And there are facts to it. He killed people with no reasons. He killed people just simply because they did not align with his philosophies. It is a fact. And I don't need any concrete evidence to defend my claim. Because going by Sam George's defense, he told us that all the names he called Akufo-Addo, all the names he called our judges, all the names he called the Chief Justice, he said that they were founded on reasons. Yeah? Even though he did not present any reason. He was on record. He was on oath. He did not present any evidence. And I'm not on oath. And I can't call J.J. Rawlings a murderer. And that is a fact. Stop emotionalizing these things. This council of law or whatever who came and said they want to find that person. What are you going to do with that person? You can't do FOCO. You cannot do FOCO. And nobody should come and apologize for that rhetoric. Nobody should come and apologize. Even though it is not honorable, but it is not untrue. we are in a democracy and everybody is entitled to their decisions. They are entitled to their interpretation, given whatever they have seen. And so we can interpret that J.J. Rawlings was a murderer. Just as some judge said that Akufo-Addo is a criminal and then he's in bed with the judiciary. It's okay. You can call him Rawlings, but J.J. Rawlings is a murderer. Let's just call a spade a spade. Let's just leave it there, okay? Nobody's going to apologize for anything. If you live in a glass house, don't throw stones. Senator Rawlings was sitting there confident and happy, promoting Mutala to do whatever he was doing. Now she has been called daughter of a murderer, and then you, the Council of Law, that's the only thing you have seen, yeah? That's the only part you have heard. They are also representing their thought. Whoever called her daughter of a murderer, he's looking at whatever he has experienced and all the things he has seen to call her daughter of a murderer. That is his opinion, and we are living under a democracy. We are not going to entertain this nonsense of always bringing your emotions first before thinking logically, okay? Because before that person said that, Senator Rawlings was promoting someone to also insult someone.
Right. It's in Penny say, so baby a glass wine to bowl. So Obia won him the entire. We are scrutinizing Jerry Rawlings' ability, ne legacy, ne say, ne ba girl, Senator Rawlings, Enna woni Mutala Muhammad try to defame JB Danquah. They use their political opportunity to bring down JB Danquah's legacy. Say we a traitor. So today, Oberto say ye rani JB Jerry Rawlings down e mane nyo yawai because Parliament no mo kire ye say onipa wu a yetimi ka na kire asem. Say obi wu a yetimi adini so remember obi a ntafe ne yesu so we are learning from Parliament, Senator Rawlings and Mutala Muhammad. Now, Yanko Parliament, sharing kofo we mu say they are seeking justice for Senator say Obia kan sembia omonte bida Yanko Parliament mra.
Indeed, Rawlings never dies. We are here to respond to Abu Jinapo with a petition to the Honorable Speaker of Parliament to register our displeasure on the unfortunate utterance of Abu Jinapo against our first daughter of His Excellency, the founder of the National Democratic Congress. So we are here waiting and we are making sure that we are going to meet Mr. Speaker, else we are not leaving here. Thank you. Join.
Right. Eti abusafo some hu dia koso. Some catcher say oman and Grofobia said they got the audacity. The infantry say they will misbehave. But unim first no 1970s na oh enyewe munya Rawlings woni nsemfo sese no ho. Sika na obetu ya yebetu bi. De obebi ya yebe bi. Eti say Nkofo we say wonom ebe support base Parliament ye obi aka se wa papa jeuti entiase de a ene munya ready nipa ebobo mo so je bi dan kwabusuafo a ombe storm Parliament ni a different thing na ade Rawlings de wono nko na moja wonu mu ana ade papa je no woye ade woye hwan just papa je we special than JB Danquah ma enipa wabedi wo man animu a eniam papa bia wo man no bia wo say no or good businesses what destroy factories and today ye nya nkrofo we makogina wo say omonti ase say papa JJ still lives olive wo he eti Ghana national security munya ready say Sankrofo we man stop it one more. We will mass the people, the family and friends of JB Danquah, and they will storm Parliament. Because any part we money Rawlings in Crawford, no money pancha will be our country anymore. And then this is what power and tina won't be this answer and phone. If you say, and you'll be a sorry yan walk or cock Rawlings yasem. Rawlings the yenim se wawu ko wode ne boni ewuko so ho di yemfa ho ba eye den na motena se emma zinatoni mutala koke kache bi da kwa ho asem na obi yi nano a se ye ntiase na minim se bia enkoda wo munim nyansa ene be yesa na mede ade bi kire wo ha sei mede na minim se bia enkoda nketewa no ena bia wo mo ebe yese wo mo koye niam bi na wo mo de agu wo mo anim ase but enya wo se even empanimfo kra no bebre nwin kwa akire tie bemen your friend Sam George tie ha sei
you having up your sleeves as the big tickets for your ministry. So who is it that attacked Zaneto?
I believe that that's an issue that we're investigating, Parliament is investigating. I think that we need to get to the bottom of that.
You sat in the House at
yes,
the time?
And I'm clear where the voice came from. What section?
It came from behind Afenyo.
It came from behind Afenyo. And there's a portion of the House where we had the voice from. If you sit in the chamber, you know. And my position is very simple, that we've got, apart from the cameras that broadcast, we've got CCTV cameras in the chamber.
Okay.
The Marshal's Department must produce the CCTV footage of the chamber. It would allow us to see, because nobody could have made those comments without some kind of gesticulation. We knew who was speaking at the time. It would allow us zero in on the particular individual. And then you can always do forensic voice analysis and all of the people sitting in that particular space. It's very possible and it's very easy to do this if we're committed. I think that Parliament must do this and we must set an example.
Many have pointed fingers at the Bosome Freho MP, Nana Kwadwo, and some have pointed at Abu-Jinapor. He has come out to apologize. Nana Kwadwo has also come out to say that he's not the one.
You see this bogus journalist I will see who acquire your friend Sam Seladi. And he found Abu-Jinapor Bejnaya or apologize for what? Apology for what? This is propaganda. On record, Abu-Jinapor say, or no, on your fan no cancer asem. Why must you, as a lawyer, to say Abu-Jinapor patch off for what? Or Abu-Jinapor say, and you no cancer asem. Why must you create this scene? And you see the tactics they play on the media. When we tell people, they think say some media has no go akra no. Oh, they are there fairness. A whole lawyer creating this scene because when you say what come from now, most people our country no brofo cry ye ka o monte ase but also what can ye no waja hoko but o create a damage against Abu-Jinapor. But ye need a whole school na mo kone Yakobi bibia no amoya ye ni biu. You see how what punch gun na shekona on say mebao Abu-Jinapor apologizing for what? Or say, ni interview here and I'll show to you. Also, yes, ono be any sankomono. O de yente we na yente Sam George anyway.
Who did it? So,
I think the investigation will settle it. If we are committed as Parliament, and many times we have a tendency to push things under the carpet because it's us, it's internal. But I think that this is one of the watershed moments where Parliament must distinguish itself and say the right thing ought to be done.
Are you embarrassed?
Right. I was just on say, Makacho say, the entire me, I have no respect for Sam George and he say, me will be a one canocre, will be a on your fair, or be a ye, just a ye bias, men penny panwasem. On say, a whole minister went me and can't be say, the actions of Omo Shadinasi, which is Murtala Mohammed, supported by Senator, was uncalled for. So in this case, me as a minister, I had the taxpayers to Mekano. You better make sure say both sides we are going to bring them on board to find out say the basa. On say or defending the party. Even though say now or representing a country no ye minister, it is Obana Behemi. Na me demonstrate me biasa. Stop your nonsense there. Don't come here to advise me. Because we taxpayers can enjoy. It case what me hunu nyansa say no. Me koye bias ko eko support to half wa make create problem because I'm a minister for the country. On say the interest is about the oka say a murderous daughter. also on interest to, but the oka say JB Danquah traitor ne de on person obeka because Ghana no NDC and the country ni omodia is a lie. Even in fact, so opposition no cry is so weak. If the MPP in opposition is so weak and cannot stand to defend their own people, we will do our journalistic strategy to defend every nonsense.
Right.
Absolutely.
So you encourage your members who saw the particular person to point them out?
Absolutely. It's the honorable thing to do. We bear the title honorable. That conduct was dishonorable. I mean, the reference to make to the Honorable Zanator, Agyapong Rawlings, in reference to her father.
A point that President Akufo-Addo had to call Jerry Rawlings founder of the Fourth Republic.
Absolutely. So, I mean, that's why I'm saying we need to isolate this because it casts a slur on all 275 members currently sworn in Parliament.
Okay, to we end this now, Hemia. According to Sam George, or say, and yes, sir, Yebeka Sembia fa a founder. Now, who is JB Danquah? JB Danquah is a founding father of a country called Ghana. JB Danquah is one of the founding fathers of the country called Ghana. And Sakura Nyebenya a founder of Fourth Republic. So, the onudi can ye or mine at all, anywhere over to ya over to us. So, why not one ye kakra immunity? So, you see the hypocrisy, you see the double standard of this NDC. You see how these people are more interested in their tribalistic politics every day, yet they will reverse to trick the feeble-minded, the gullible ones. They will try to convince them. A home minister, or when to me distinguish say, JB Danquah is first important than JJ Rawlings. Because JB Danquah is one of the big says in this country. Joseph Boache Danquah Churichie or ye one of the big and Kofua a teacher of mine your friend Ghana and son of Rawlings Eba. And today we got a home minister to support their tribalistic politics. Who have to go and advise them say omu go mine animals. Now we are also want to say Obi Kase JB Danquah treater any the one day yentu aso ase.
It casts a slur on all of us, especially all those present in the chamber that day. I mean, you cannot be party and privy to such despicable behavior and say that, oh, it's fine. We are upset and seeking to use the privileges committee to summon somebody who called action of an MP silly. Meanwhile, an MP, we think it's okay for a member of parliament to make such despicable comments about their colleague member of parliament and a former president of the republic. No, that's double standards that should not be had in the house.
What happens to the person if he's identified?
Well, the privileges committee have various remedies in our standing orders that they could apply. I mean, ranging from him or being made to offer an apology at the bar of parliament to a suspension from parliament. There's several remedies.
And this is happening at the time when what you already referred to as the embarrassing spectacle at the appointments committee went on.
Yes.
Right. And this is a clear indication of hypocrisy. In fact, I say minister ni or ye nyachong or a hypocrite or a bias so and a dangerous for a country now ebe me ya say obi beka say oh I'm working for MPP ebe me ya ba wonim hwemanim na me kan kire I have nothing to do with the MPP. I am just using a logical reasoning, critical mindset to diffuse and to expose nonsense in the system. I have nothing to do with the MPP because this is a time when KSO opposition must rise up and defend JB Danquah's legacy. But as usual, they are weak opposition. The MPP leaders, we can't trust them. So, me say, me defend the MPP. Debbie, I am here doing my thing as a Ghanaian. Me see history. Na me dimpen info din komo. Na me pay justice and fairness. Person me what is hard say me draw line hu ni ye. Now, share video we hon. Na some George Yusuf somewhere say dear a murderous daughter ni despicable. Bacho uya yenhwe yentewe.
My statement is just simple. Yes, it is good to eulogize JB Danquah. It is good to espouse some of the good things he did. And I won't stand here and say he never did anything good. But it's important to appreciate the fact that he betrayed his state. In fact, Martin Marida's book, Mr. Speaker.
He was a traitor. He was a traitor. Sit down.
He was a CIA.
Sit down.
Before I walk into this chamber, I am quoting Martin Meredith's book of the State of Africa. He described JB Danquah as one of CIA agents who was paid to betray his country. These are not my words. These are not my words. Mr. Speaker, I have a copy. Of that book in my office.
No.
Right. Eti, so we a fair person. Now you be now unye discriminatory person, unye racist, unye tribalist, unye biasa. Pacho, sa statement we no. Does it amount to despicable, as some judge claimed on the other side of Jerry Rawlings? Draw to conclusion. And today, we are doing our own job as broadcasters, as presenters, as journalists, to dispute against any odds that will stand against other, which comes with unfairness. Now, and some of Mukafa JB Danquah, I want to say, or ye traitor, ye cast will be a traitor, or be our bomb mine. Espionage, or be our Timiko Tom or mine, say Nipa MS or mine. It's JB Danquah. Nena nanmane nana council on Boba better say, according to the NDC, MPs, and Senator Rawlings, Mutala Mohammed say, JB Danquah a traitor or your informer to the CIA. And no, any problem. But Obi responded say, Wona when ya brena wo cancer and bonifa JB Hono, we a daughter of a murderer. And no ye issue. Today, we will draw the conclusion. Stay here. Now, Yefri ase ni amra say one of the MPR mapena some oye MPP ni mapena 70 abranti e obabeka say. Now, a whole joy news say no munim da say mutala kura ne sha say whole joy news. And today, so we MPP ni shame on you. Because we always complain say the media have propaganda against your party. But you see these hypocritical MPP commentators. Now, when Joy found it, the whole Joy News couldn't carry a story to balance the story. Said no, and you'll be the shas here, and your team say, Tiki, yeah, Benny say. Now, MP way echo show no so. Now, Odomoko school chair almost say na 70. Young Queen.
Kabiru, you have been in Parliament for how many weeks now? About this your 5th week. Right. You have seen Senator Rawlings, right? Yeah. She carries herself in a very decent way. What do you think could have attracted this kind of attack to her?
Yeah, so thank you very much. I think that in this discussion, people have not asked this question. And what probably might have prompted that comment. Before I go, it's like
it is on say the MP we know ehun say ohun the biases of the host na friend Sam Selade no and the crew net wo nyina ohun say omo ye bias to on say or the intelligently and what twa say wo hu say mo mpesa mo be ka asan ba bi e free buy to on say wo de o betwa camera ba na hwe Sam Selade hwe nanim sa kwa na ma na look stupid on the show as a host hwa de yenko anim.
The infamous Chua, who said Chua.
Yeah.
I'm sure we'll find ourselves in the same situation. This was what happened. The MP for Abakwa South, in commemoration of the 60th anniversary of JB Danquah also, made a statement on the floor of Parliament. Like any nation, and my senior Bentel said, you need to eulogize the person. The person might have had his dark days, era in the history during which he might have committed one offense or other. But the moment was a solemn moment for us to eulogize the great leader, J.B. Danquah. After the presentation, the MP for Tamale Central got up on his feet and the speaker gave him the opportunity. Rather than continuing in the manner of eulogizing the leader, he went against him, calling him a traitor, a CIA agent on the floor of Parliament.
Is that Mutala?
Mutala. That was what happened. And he premised it on the fact that we shouldn't be presenting J.B. Danquah as if he was a saint. And that J.B. Danquah was a CIA agent, and he referenced a book authored by an opinion shared by an author as his source. That created confusion.
A reference to that book on News File about a decade ago brought trouble and got Gabriel Shridaku walking out on set.
Exactly. So he repeated the same thing, and that sent the House in confusion. But sitting by Mutala was Senator Rawlings. People out of chaos were often Mutala's mic. Senator was the one owning the mic for him to continue. In other words, Senator was urging and abating in those orders. And the professor saying that if you stay in a glass house, don't throw stones. That was what prompted the comment by that person. Because those of us sitting down, I had it in my mind, like, look, Senator, don't seem to be cheering up Honorable Mutala in this discourse. Because if we are going to read the history, or if you are going to eulogize former President Flight Lieutenant J.J. Rawlings, someone in this house may be tempted to go into the dark days of President Rawlings. So this is what caused whosoever said that to make that comment. It was unfortunate. I will not sit down here to justify that particular comment. I will not in any day promote that a leader of that sort, Flight Lieutenant J.J. Rawlings, despite all the good things he has done for this country, someone would, reduce him to a murderer. So Senator has carried herself well, but that singular act, for me, sitting down, I felt and I still feel that she was aiding and abating and cheering Mutala.
As you said, Dr. Mutala Mohammed was the one speaking.
Rightly so.
And some people were trying to put his microphone off.
Exactly so.
So she was helping, as you say, to make sure he...
I was for analysis in Yabutrapao. Would I share Joy News host on? Would I share on say in the matter noir? MP New Year say after watch the beginning, the genesis of the whole this issue. No, see his demeanor. What do you ready demeanor? Why you so lame? I say one tea bitter. Now when a yana me catch them say, and I'm saying you man may be dentino. I know them. I understand the game the media play when they want to destroy you. I know these people. It's me who am now come at tears me so because minimum hypocrisy. You see some Seladi. See him. Was I say, onim da as wo hu kura wo on share video ni bi da. But when ana Sam George Kasano, ahodi no di this Senator ho adanse na wo chirechirim na Senator kura no on say the MP eshase so we expose wo about the genesis of the whole bruhaha no afedie as onim de ekoso yento aso na inti no.
Microphone was on.
On, yeah.
That's not doing wrong.
No. You see, when a member of Parliament
on say MP nukra no e kire no was onu momu kire say oh say nya wrong say obi be obi mic. Oh you see the hypocrisy. Tie me Ghana for no muntie me say on the hypocrisy of these journalists I me catch them say enkrofo we mu the agenda da bi omu the media no beat MP before they don't know. On say host no or a lawyer or say oh send ye any problem or say any problem say obi be so mic yes o defend it because ekoye ma no ekoye mama we di ekoye papa ekoye ma joy for no because emfa wo mo ho ai eya kan ni bi asem nti wo mo ono nya kan ni nti e de
out of order because the statement is clearly a statement that should not stand in the discourse of Parliament. That you get up to eulogize a leader and the only word you could use is a traitor.
So you mean there was somebody who was raising a point of order?
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Mutala was refusing.
He was refusing. Even the speaker was trying to rein in Mutala. But he was insisting on making his point. That created the chaos to start with. Okay. And so, but in all this thing, we've not asked what was the foundation, what might have caused a member of parliament to rudely...
Thanks for the...
My statement is just simple. Yes, it was good to eulogize JB Danquah.
But oh, asana me di video ni beto aso no. On say owie no, on say ni dey want no comment. If say MP na expose no. Woman anim agu as a host. And woman muti wori nyina no, omo feel bad, omo you uncomfortable. He omo wo dey so hwe set ne so a. He papa bi to wo say, wono kwade wa yi nani wo mame hwa. Mame hwa ha hwa de hwe. Wo dey pa so mo hwe ni pa wo. We your friend Inu Safuseni. See the admin at home faces where they feel so bad. As one way, yachi woman at a young yasa one MP number expose woman. See their faces. Whatever, Inu Safuseni want to shut down on. See them, just see them, and you see their behavior. You MP, you will understand the media games against Akamfo in Ghana. And these charlatans will come and tell you, so, oh, let us not do tribalism. Me say, I am not taking any nonsense from anyone because me manya butina digi woman so omu ya tribalist more than anybody in this country. Most of these non-accounts are so tribal. In fact, udu omu si just okre me. Udu see their faces, hear omu faces, yeah. They feel so ashamed because the MP na small kano. As woman te da and ki nyani nkomo for ma ho den kogu the oka Rawlings de no. See their faces. Hear omu faces no. I was see my face. First, no nanka munko na ma discuss na mo keka mo ho atom enya ha. Eti yentoaso ana yentoaso. Odi yentoaso.
Things he did. And I won't stand here and say he never did anything good. But it's important to appreciate the fact that he betrayed his state. In fact, Martin Marida's book, Mr. Speaker.
He was a traitor. He was a traitor. Sit down.
He was a CIA.
Sit down. Sit down. Sit down.
Before I walk into this chamber.
Sit down. Which state? Which state?
I am quoting Martin Meredith's book of the State of Africa.
I was some obia hu yakasa bibi e edi na betna. You see how Senator Rawlings or Edi Mutala Muhammad sabe ya obema na kan some dia to JB Danquah so na ni age. Nti wo de hwe Senator na hye no oye no wabie today mu chinchim wani mu obe chinchim wani mu nya ho hwe kura.
He described JB Danquah as one of CIA agents who was paid to betray his country. These are not my words. These are not my words.
Eti onso okawie no Senator boni trinko or boni trinko cow. What a country. What a country. Also we no boni trinko sa any de say yet this JB Danquah. Aye. We feel good. Aye, we feel good sir. Yeah. We feel good. Now, yanko another hypocritical person. Once me say o mind won. Se mo amu ya kanfo ne mu ya MPP fo no mani anya den a o betwia fam so on se me se e ba yi no o mu fi so o mani atia to the sense da bia ne nam so o mu media platforms. They have the platforms because o mo no mu invest in media, and most of these MPP for no, I mean, you can't fight for them. Leave them. You can't fight for them. Oh, that be like I say obi chance so planted o generation against what I can say today. The next 5 to 10 years, what if no will hate you. So because or propaganda the tiawa or shall say na the next 5 years will be who tie. Also, my yard to say JB Danquah and near Kufuadu Abusia phone dear, won't crown as say Ghana at the Omuko school dodo. It will be a late. Acquire your friend of mine. Also for your friend say acquire my yes. Kofi Oduro, another hypocritical person. Tiense mu oba bidi wa, odi tiense mu oba bidi. Hwa de.
Go parliament, me free will be say, sit down, daughter of a murderer. Are you serious? Sit down, daughter of a murderer. Are you serious? And nipa we ya to Obama as a gotena parliament. Are you serious? Sit down, daughter of a murderer.
On say ne hypocrisy ne ntimi ankyere ne say me yesofo enipa dodo atema sori dem me kohwe say ede kura ne ma wo mu kan sa asem no onso wanya nyansafo onso bi onyansa na ote asem a okohwehwem so ote asem a okohwehwem no aba presente on say osofo wanya nyansani wa ha onso wanya nyansani hwade ko ani hwade.
You are speaking to a president of Ghana. You are speaking to somebody who have ruled this nation for 19 years. 8 years democratic rule. If you thought he was a murderer, you should have persecuted him. Put him on trial. Let him.
Okasa te say akora aduane eni ne yem na wo su frɛ ne maame. Sa na papa yi wakasa wo. O say adan one for Rawlings ankokɔ no one prosecute no. I say sabi obi a onwene. To the sense say Rawlings no ye wayeku akunkum nipa mema nyina dane ma wo de sojafoɔ no akum nipa mo ɛyɛ den na wo timi prosecute judges kwa wo kun wo mo judges kura no Rawlings ikum wo mo who born dog judges kura no wo kum wo mo ɛyɛ den na wo de Rawlings akɔ court be na ade ne bɛkɔ you see we mu na wanhwɛ ya wanhwɛ obɛkeka wadwa chote na panimu pa ne nti wo kasa sei Uno ebrebe na ade Rawlings be court no wono no bre no so ebre na Rawlings no eye authority na brebe o free wono so no osa ne wono constitution wo ye no e no osa de shame say ontimi mfa ne court nti say wo ye pani na say unya obi a wo ye nya atwom wo ye nipa a wo mpe no kro na pe nipa mu ntitimu a wa ma so even do this analysis ebrebe na betimi de Rawlings court wono emra no ye no wo de mra ne shame say ontimi mfa me court in as much as menya president kra. And the last 19 years, 10 years in a day, or no na boss, or no your authority over the narco court. And when you pa we, each and any pen a preachy woman, and young one, and young one, and young one.
Defend himself. You don't come talking nonsense to somebody's daughter, bullying him in court and telling him, sit down, daughter of a murderer. And you are a member of parliament. Do you know what it means to be a member of parliament? Sometimes, I keep telling you that we have too many unserious people in this place. It's serious. It's serious. Let's see.
Now, we know, ubetumi asanya the same asantefuo ni bi. Any akanfo bi no mo say support a nipa openi way nipa bi say you. To the sense say, enkofo no use all professional means to do tribalism. They are using politics to pursue their tribal organizations. Yet, ubenya of no say support wo de hwe sa wo obi a opa no eye den na man etimi ka asem desi obi ba ko pe wote. And this is not the first time. Sa mre bi Dr. Baumia ni asofo bi kohia obebu bomu keka na dwe ye do awumia. Yehu yan se Mahama so ni asofo ahia. Osofo yi antimi anka ho hwe. Ejami wo sikapa ka me diskabe din samfon wo Ghana pa o. Hey, me wo sikapa ka me de be din samfon. Na me we ya say the MPP for na no, o mo sika so mfa sika nin samfon. Say, osofo we etimi eteki size. Na mo ye say wo no o preach kire Ghana. O teki size o. Wo te kwa wan hwe me bofono me. Me hu osofo ya na bofono me. Osofo no say wanted da say obi awura ni JB Danquah down oso ya ni de wonte oso wonte da ebe bogumutiri so ene mapampa so se basabasa yo bi ba Ghana ebe bogumutiri so ene mapampa so engumonum ene matafri begumu na ase ne matietia so oso wonte da say Senator Rawlings ene Mutala Muhammad ene ka bomu na wo mo huru JB Danquah oso wonte da. And these are the people leading the masses. These are the crooks leading the masses to bring chaos in the country. Our job is to expose all this nonsense on, and one day we all will pay the price. One day.
Parliament will be said, sit down, daughter of a murderer. Are you serious? Sit down, daughter of a murderer. Are you serious? Parliament. Are you serious? Sit down, daughter of a murderer. You are speaking to a president of Ghana. You are speaking to somebody who have ruled this nation for 19 years. 8 years democratic rule. If you thought he was a murderer, you should have persecuted him. Put him on trial. Let him defend himself. You don't come talking nonsense to somebody's daughter, bullying him in court and telling him, sit down, daughter of a murderer. And you are a member of parliament. Do you know what it means to be a member of parliament? Sometimes, you know, I keep telling you that we have too many unserious people in this place. It's serious. It's serious. Let's see,
and you get such bogus person like this, Kofi Udru, such bogus penny away bogus say, penny a sebe, ontiminye, ontiminye critical say, Mammy Missa say, and I know a day, where you penny in ye, and we have been out here and now you're critical person to Fanato got him, Tonechene, because Penmubio to say piano, or your mambo for and your papa, young queen. Now, after ya drawn the table now, Mobianze, when the man buy now. Yamungram ni enhwe de ntia Rawlings oye medra de ntia Rawlings oye nipa okunkum nipa na wodi nsamfo de akire wiase but before that no ho Rawlings ibe hyase no wo hyase de corruption and the biana corruption and corruption tia ha odi tia ha ne ento aso
to investigate and to deal with the crimes of the Kufuor regime is what led finally to the institutionalization of corruption in this country. Laid Mills refused to do it, and that was the beginning of the true destruction of the moral fabric of this country. In spite of his holiness, his refusal to investigate and to deal with the crimes of the Kufuor regime is what led finally to the institutionalization of corruption in this.
Eti trick when Rawlings the BT Ghana for no, we incited the base against the top because ono oba no ye hia ni poto. Rawlings eba no ye street. Rawlings eba no na chese utimi se akwawie so panti wo ba ya ebimu ahwe omoma na bimu aye businesses obe incited the term called corruption no the deceive Ghana for no. Now back in 1979-81 Rawlings ikuwa o year in 79 na wodibo kunkum nipa no yabo videos bebre akira mo say ye wonyina so a ye kan pain say Rawlings akum nipa into a medra na o hwa said ye Rawlings na wote a na wosesan yansa na obewu no a it tells you say one inferiority complex a na wo Ghana fo no bi mu sabre no and even in fact today cry wo and what the skin color be e deceive mu nti bibini no edwen say we dey we broni koko and ye wodi anim de ye and what take advantage of the people. Yen hwe back in the days Rawlings ya de na menchire wade wa say.
I mean, I don't think one really gains much from having to kill. But the point is that we have set the example. We have shown that we're capable of doing it. I think what we could do is confiscate the property of the rest and send them out to the farms. I mean, to work and work.
But mo money afi no mo kai sa day we ana wa wo kai sa day we no ya no kai say mo money afi kakra no why nti o hwe be manfe na o hwe sede ode ne den edi wura so jam hunahuna nipa na ne kala kakra bia ne kura no na odi deceive Ghana for na Ghana for tena se ma Rawlings e bufa o mine so enne omo se o ye hero o de hwe Rawlings dimi na hwe ni ye pa mo se wo Scottish hwe ni ye pa hwe o de hwe Rawlings ye omo se wo Scottish because as of today utimi ka se Ghana ni bi okra they can't get the courage to question you so how much more that time a better Rawlings just say bibini no to our situation mu say obi free chese broni bi obi color bi different bi free ba bi ba bi a wotimi bufa bibini so. And Rawlings ba ye chese wo hia ni poto etimi incite the base against the top. And now the corruption. So today we are asking corruption if Ghana and as free ho. Now, when it comes to building a country, enya bukata o. It is a brebi by na se Ghana fo nya aduane ni a. Mumusa se na champo wo ho no na kom de Ghana fo ana. Yebusa o. Na champo e ho no na kom de Ghana fo ana. Now, mami fa video bi nkyerɛ wo. Na ebra champo eso ba ye no. Ye hwɛ differences no. Hwɛ video we din sa wo kaya ye wi a ye beto aso why. I the reason so patch like video no and then some wo pa. Hwɛ video we mo amokai no. Na ye wi a na ya to aso operation feed yourself. Ye hwɛ video we.
Beloved Ghana, born with a deep sense of pride, nurtured with unshakable courage, has said goodbye forever to reaction, to timidity and hypocrisy in government.
He ruled Ghana without borrowing a single penny. How did he do it? Let's break it down. This is the story of a leader who believed in self-reliance. In 1972, General Ignatius Kutu-Acheampong, born in September 1923, took power in Ghana. He made a controversial decision. He refused to repay foreign debts, which became popular in Ghana as Yentua policy. The world cut Ghana off. However, instead of giving up, he doubled down on self-reliance. General Ignatius Kutu-Acheampong believed that food was more important than anything else. Hence, launched Operation Feed Yourself and Operation Feed Your Industry to boost farming and manufacturing.
Now, yenyina say na even yenyi sa nkomo we. So na Acheampong wo ho no. Acheampong timi di nimdiye. Wono so soja ni o. Na nam ne skills ekra na no. Wo di nimdiye. Enye acting, enye movie no obeyi. Eti ma Ghana aduane busu wo Ghana. Se aduane busu de a. Eye dai and after Acheampong no, Ghana for say e come back Ghana. Eye question yi bisa o. Eye dai na after Acheampong e come back Ghana. These are two different leaders I bisa. Because some person will lead in pa na enye just to be a famous person. Now when media edibu omanya. What was the population? What was the capabilities of the people? A DNA skills and ekura womu. Compare Acheampong to Rawlings. Acheampong bresono na ekomni Ghana. 67 na ekomni Ghana. So eyedena Rawlings no 73. Eyedena Rawlings no ba mo 79 no ekom ba Ghana eyedai. Now so we share these two leaders here. Baku wonimdiye say, let us build. Baku so wonimdiye say, let us destroy it to save me. Now, in the matter of Kutu-Acheampong, he took over to build the country for a shorter time. But Usha Rawlings here, now, ma take over no, but I fear for my life because some culture say, oh yeah, actor Rawlings like a comic actor. Into obe acte. So now osro say bibi bayano. So now let me go and chase those I begin say omu sika. No man for sika na sponsor ama oman for me to my dear so. This we call political insecurity. And this show say Rawlings was a coward leader. Because the question is say why say we back on my moon now so we solve man problem? Now you are going after every sikani be or mine. Why? This is the question here, and then we the young people are asking. Why? The likes of Boachi's mattress, the Koumotos, Tata Breweries, the Goldsmith is like Boachi Danquah, Sasebu Pomudin, the Sians. So ye bisa say Adentina wabo mo na pesa ochechire o man. Na u chase away obi e wo sika bia o man nim. No ko bi frame say okọ no fo a osikani bi wo ho no nantwie bebree Rawlings ekoko destroy no because Rawlings oye actor na oye coward osuro se wankunkuma sikafo no a ometimi a organize abetiki ne down. This is a pure a coward person yes ade no. Na question me bisa ne say from 73 no ana a champion buy na ada sikafo no na omuni ho ana esikafo ni ho say no mo ho. So this tells you say the capabilities of a man cannot be measured in equal standards. So Sagana ebedi Rawlings and Sanon and I want you ba ya Rawlings nankasa woni any skill or the bukata keke. Etino who ha obesia manage Ghana. Do not shift the blame to anyone. Blame when say now Rawlings any skill. Now, yenhwe a champion ebre no so yenhwe ade.
And for a moment, Ghana made trade surplus, exporting more than importing, which made Ghana's economy strong from foreign interference. Nonetheless, his impact went way beyond that. He also built low-cost estates like Dansuman Estate, Padasu Estate, and Awudomi Estate, provided affordable housing, built Kaneshi Market, one of the busiest markets today, upgraded Accra and Kumasi Sports Stadium to international standards, changed Ghana from left-hand to right-hand driving for global alignment, introduced the National Service Program and switched Ghana to the metric system, built the Pond Dam, Ghana's second major hydroelectric project, developed Nasia and Aviame rice farms to improve local food supplies, led Ghana to win AFCON 1978, and supported DK Poison Rice to become a world boxing champion. His policies shaped Ghana economy and infrastructure in ways we still see today. Did you know that Ignatius Kutu Acheampong was a school teacher, later joined the military before becoming Ghana's leader? His background in education may have influenced his leadership style, especially his focus on national service, which he introduced to give Ghanaian youth practical skills and discipline.
Beloved Ghana, born with a deep sense of pride, nurtured with unshakable courage, has said goodbye forever to reaction, to timidity and hypocrisy in government, and to the suppression of the interests and welfare of the people. Together we shall make Ghana great.
So that was Ignatius Kutu Acheampong from 1973 coming. And it shows you the difference. Say ono onko school bia sabre no or you just a people teacher. No free military anymore. But the skill ne kura no say e come and see Ghana dia e day and will be back for back di oba ya. Papa we are your friend JJ Rawlings. Ono so this same status ne bae na afi no yese komate si Ghana. Yenhwe papa ya your friend JJ Rawlings ni ento aso. Sabre die ne na si wa ha sei.
You better shut up when I'm talking, okay? Hello?
So now you see the difference. Rawlings behaved like a slave master. As those time, omani pani nyina yet say tete kwafo. Eti say an on say enam say communist inferior tactics e mani pani nyina te say yet say nwan me na leader ba ko pene wo dane tanamo muntimi nwene sa na Rawlings be ye Ghana. Sabre no because mina mini wo uche videos aye hwe sese ya. You better shut up when I'm talking. Otase we wonye leader. And on say one ohun say we special than Ghana for na no no model no. Sa wohwe say okuta sa skin cocoa skin bi ekura no. O yusu eno as a yardstick to control the masses because of na most Ghanaians inferiority complex. That's it. Me dey me hu no. And Rawlings yusu ni skin no to enslave the people. So obuli woman on respecting Nipanon. Shadie.
Ghanaian leader, Flight Lieutenant Jerry Rawlings.
All planters, do you have corn? I'm talking about planters, not diggers. Let me see you by the hand. Up. Good. Now, those of you who have the corn sacks, Go and supply. But you've got corn in your left hand. Jesus Christ.
So you see said the entire Mr. Rawlings or actor also or actor ye. On to say any punishment ni access broni appear kure bi ase na any pano any entity omunim obi anchira omohwe bo so mohwe nanim tori to say kura wo simore so Rawlings make the Ghana for no base no use woman no omo ye tete kwafo enu ntina owie no ni ideas e de chekere wo man. When it comes to economic policies, na a less no, or use a bully tactics control the weak ones. Now, in order to challenge the intelligence ones, so from say mumra on board, na mumra he rather took them down, destroyed them, so that obey a famous person. This is a Rawlings hallmark, because through the videos, and I mean studying ye, because first no me per Rawlings asempa, because na ye nimunyansa. So, eti nibukata seb we so jani do before complain. Now we are branching as one ye critical kakrebia. Obedwin say Rawlings eye bibi enyansa sem. Ti first no me penasem. So now so we share said you see ye nipa no a o ma nipa ne be ye taba Rawlings ma nipa bebre be ye taba afo enno mudi nachi. Etu so wonim nyansa enye wonwa se wo mo onim nyansa nyina no Rawlings e sha se wo kunkum wo mo. This is very sad. Sabre we no me pa cho wa na wo ho no ka ya na o man comment section why. Sabre ya na Rawlings or active move we they acting. Your friend political activism or acte sort as here because ohunu so e bruni and wo be hu abibifu a wo munim nyansa sa na net here. Pa cho drop your comments yen to aso.
Okay. Now those of you with the sacks better watch out and feed us, okay? Now, where is he? You take over.
So that was Jerry John Rawlings. The acting no acting to deceive the people. When you know or acting to deceive them. And Ubadrin say, oh yeah, dear be important because the or lack economic build and I say economic intelligence. It office or this soldier be mono and ubet maybe be mano. Now, yes, I share video we or call Afram planes. She video we the Namincho movie na no we in Kadia.
8 hours up a dirt road into a region called the Afram Plains. The farmers here could only modernize. It could be one of the great bread baskets in Africa.
Bye-bye.
Eti unsa wo Rawlings dia. Eti say wo akurase na broni bia omuka nsempa Jehovah Witness fo ni bi na wo de broni pete bia di na chiaba. Sa na Rawlings behave ene ya o hakura kemeka chere straightforward. Yes, ene no ene bia bebre aba so ho. Nti o mani pa ni yet say dummies. Yes, most of the people behave like dummies. Yes, because on who no so or okuta light skin. It was so sad. And no ma eka ho ma mudu ba bia modu no. Yanko yanim.
Yeah.
Rawlings attended a ceremony celebrating a $4 million gift of tractors from the UN Food Organization.
You saw it the other day at the ceremony. You sit with your head in your hands.
Now, the entire me say Rawlings ebe acte and say on say abrofunu bebre ba Africa on omundi ka study Africans no et say the colonial masters ne ba sa pepe na Rawlings o ye ntimitimi videos am e just abre no obu go fa so o de hwe o acte te say me o me dwere me ho he ye me ya o wo bo o e trick o de hwe di Rawlings start to play you know.
A lot. What is that? Fatigue?
Afewe obi a oti dwemu wo de se sum na no and na I say BBSC wo bo o e trick wo bo we nyina e act Mr. B Tatis we nyina e trick Mr. B Tatis so eti enipa de be fi say wo ye tinini nti no we nyina no wo de conscientize enipa no so wo conscientize wo mo so Hey, Ghana, yeah, yana nanum be more prepa, more brewa kwa wenzano. What the hell? Oti, Obia, so we a serious person now we are real. Rawlings was a fake, no a fake. We leader, we pure leadership failure. Eti, you don't need to do this. Why? Why must you do this? After who did he? One him and some job from Kwan share. Who did he say?
Worry? Regret?
If I didn't.
Eti one say, I say no. Or my or conscientize a here for name. One more year weekend. I'm on my bien say. Obia say or mine. Na me ra who say ye dear Ghana ye. And so Ghana no said the net your population said the increase and increase. Dear no and one no. Six obi first can was can the coin. A your mind and say one cast mu develop or mine. Yes. So you see how or act ye and one say or act e me nipa na feel so I mean I say o my so down na when you favorite so na man for aye oh Papa J yeah we so odwene ye ho oboa aye trick oh honey akameka in the street away trick.
Do that, I suppose you wouldn't feel the man had a burden on his shoulders. If I'm impatient, if I'm unhappy, if you're getting that impression, it's probably because I know how much more. I keep on saying that we're capable of achieving, you know. But how to mobilize it, how to get it organized, you know, under team leadership to bring out the best in our people.
People who still don't know how to take care of what they...
How to get it organized.
It has another problem to say how to get it done because no or lucky men obulini pano. On say udu a situation be na unya ni pay nyansafo na atimi do mo chekere o man. So unim ni pay nyansafo you can build the country. Eti ebe ema afi on say why leader no. And what the comic any acting na ji leadership no but the skill no mo or lucky skill. Because anyone I try to share in an year, almost radie, the obia srono. Yes, and Rawlings behave like a slave master. Some now Rawlings behave. Ocean it now say yes. Officer wa ye koko, so o use no as a yardstick to control the masses. Yeah, yentu also.
You know, under team leadership to bring out the best in our people.
People who still don't know how to take care of what they get. So talking to them, Rawlings was full of fire like the old days. A preacher, a scold.
Brand new tractors, brand new tractors. I'd like to come here and warn you.
Afi, Bajo, Tiana, what it is, say, we a leader, you are talking to your people. Why must you behave like when in nine, as one in nine, you deal with brand new tractors? Why? You see, on lucky capacity. Just today on, and could share huge criticisms. And into Okunkum Nipan, a Kunkuman on say acting or acte, because on who is superior and Mama Kanya inferior. Yes, at a colonial time, no, Brunibia do area bina say, or who say Nipani weaker, or a true cat or Moyama say, oh, Quaso no Shia Brunia sign, SAR syndrome, no, and a Rawlings who read or study the Pinipano, and what did you almost so.
2 years, 3 years time. And see how many of these tractors will still be on road or, beg your pardon, on the farms, functioning. What's going to be the lifespan of this expensive machine?
Seeing him this way reminded us of the way he looked 5 years ago when we attended a similar ceremony with him. This was what we saw back then.
I couldn't help but notice that in the boot you were wearing, in the top of the boot, you had a gun.
Right. But Jomunje ye pao. Acting mood na make say communist inferior tactics no use here. Obedwe one no the two action in Papua. So to scare the people. On say obi me person be soldier for be onyansa. Where it doesn't make sense. O study nipa ni say the people are so timid, so weak. So te ase. Eti what the two action in Papua now oni omo documentary no. Ono mo na ye a strategy. Now, ono mo ye movie no another one hwade wa say we hwade omo betene kwan hwade din.
Then just a day ago, we looked at your boot again and lo and behold, in the place of a gun was a writing pen. Now is there symbolism?
Eti another time no the pen assassin in Papua ho so ho Nti we mu nyina ye it symbolize fakeness of a leadership. We see na oye failure. Eti what the katakata aju oman no. So oye bibia to impress the weak minds so that they will remain silent. Yana nanama akwa we a destroy mo ya papa say Rawlings party me destroy any part of the mining.
Here, what are we to make of this? I mean, is this the pen mightier than the gun?
Jeez, I appreciate what you're making of it. No, they complement one another. Don't make that mistake.
But Rawlings also used to say that Ghana and democracy complemented each other, that democracy would cure his country's rampant corruption. Now, he says, democracy must wait.
Some of the students we talked to said, he's a soft dictator. A dictator, but a soft dictator. Fair?
If I were, I wouldn't be as frustrated as I am.
But will people have a right to vote you out? And the party out?
I'm saying that we can vote people in and out. Personalities, okay? But my dear, what we need to do in this country is to establish a situation where even if it was the devil who should come and sit on top of us in Ghana, by virtue of certain procedures, certain practices, the devil cannot get away with doing whatever he wants. He would necessarily have to do what the people expect of him.
So, I mean, the funny part of Jerry John Rawlings as those times, 70s, and they say, what they actually do mean a dear, my no, elake is the competence. Na yadi omana sherensa in na organization so bet me our organization say e beden manyanyansafo no mabu oman no o like we dey hwe TV na din so ofi say katakata no na no bet me dey aye oman so I mean a very sad situation, very sad. Now mo anam wo sabre no sini mi video bi a kire won mon ka die nti a wo yes ade we a Rawlings ye emom akwa we pa ma we eyese wawuko he wo ho na se kwotena se chemo na me beto metimi nya ni interview 101 wo de pa cho mo hwe video we why mo hwe video yi. Bajo sabre no we na mo wa na wo ho a hunu bie no no person wo kire sei we no Rawlings person wo kire sei abusiafo no person wo kire sei nti yesusa no em say early 90s no hey Rawlings wo no what me to play no hey broni bibini broni no o to play no the fa bridge ase wo the play fa domi bridge ase na nipa ne kekasa na te say hey wurade hey yeni ti yenche. That's what the player for Adomi Bridge say. It's a mania superior. So as of those times na enipa no wa conscientize womo na Ghana for most of them are so weak they can't read in between lines. Now Rawlings using his skin and this manipulative tactics, communist inferior tactics or manipulating nipa no wurade etibo say e come to okran wa idin na wani da no so na yesi ye no JJ do something before you die. JJ do something before you die. Miss Chicky was say, I saw this when we live in Danquah. Are you Miss Chicky? Oh, are you? Was say Richard say he has sniffed Kiako. Now Rawlings said to me, to confuse the masses. Doris, I'm not ding. And Ghana, your problem, your biggest challenge was this man. Biggest problem was Jerry John Rawlings. And the trick I will use in is say corruption. Every day corruption. Yet corruption on one backyard. Na yema. Yentuasu hasi.
Of a certain month. 2 days before, that's when I got a letter from the president's office, a 3-page letter, conditions I had to fill, a whole lot of rubbish. We got a ticket, we flew to London. This president, or this man who was a president who had been in office for almost 20 years, 10 years, 18, plus whatever it is, 8 plus another 2, almost 19, 20 years. I had no dollar account anywhere, and I had to stop in London to borrow money from someone.
You see another trick. A whole leader over 19 years, or say neyere yare, or no call London or Costresika. Na man we krati, and then I strong one answer say 2 person say Rawlings person Ghana for say we no call London na neyere yare. And now no ko Bob Sian when I down for the Yere hospital. What a shame. What a shame. Tell that to the dogs. Who? Now that a cry and a maui, and I make us say in the beginning, or take Ghana for granted. And was study who say a new panel, a who will be a coqua, no mutinechi. So, anybody, ayo, whoso obio kokwa no muti nechi. Obi awo what's na wo mind so. What me do man nyina ko school. Wo yere yare a wo ko bobo sia wo London. We mu nyina a trick na you fi say enipa ni nyini o ya dwene nyini. A trick. A trick. Na bonia wodidi no odidi nipa dodo no. President Kofo eka asembi. Senanka omu Kofo pe Rawlings say ya nkoma ne say ye bai. Sabre no. Now Rawlings I catch up the base. Wa inside to omu against ehiafo na against sikafo. Tinipa ni nyina fi say Rawlings ye tere ni. Pacho hwe video we na 1996 hwe video we na me ento aso wa hwade.
He cares for the downtrodden, right?
When I tell you, why the general say it means that the general on say or convincing tactics and woman nipa ni look so poor it was bad no be incited. Oh we mu omu hwe omani sika oh we omu ya kronfo oh akanfo no oh we mu asantefo no omu ya kronfo omu hwe omani sika no yes Mr. Rawlings was a founder of poverty. Rawlings was a founder of a poverty, poor mindset in the country. Later, he did journey to one. Iti mensa children so in yansafo. Also call iti mensa fee not afi welcome. Anyway, say iti mensa ni journey chabu. Ebziafo mu hwe ni. Enya iti mensa ni journey chi. Hwe. Iti mensa. Enya iti mensa ni. Pacho comment section mami. Enya iti mensa ni journey chi no. Why? Sawa ohun ye mami hu. Ohun. Eti odise ya every day or chastise will be that bia obi a corrupt, corruption in nan so or training sa it goes to a California Santiforso. And the DA and a Rawlings, a Numa Bay and a Rawlings to me be a dear Numa and a Rawlings to me be or kill all the entrepreneurship spirit and a Wakana Fumu or many penny in socialize socialism. The Ghana Fubinya here for more because o incite here for no say esikafoni riamon and so now Rawlings in me adwuma bia obi akoya wakofa musika. Now me shall say me busa question be say in 1979 coming enipa no omudi Rawlings echa no mo occupy government positions there coastal lands patriot asoma me ka ye pese ye di nkomo why Rawlings wo ho no enipa no ota no mo ye adwuma no ewa abem no enipa no dodo no wo the coastal lands, the guns, some of the fancies and then the airways. Now say yahwehwe oman no say corruption wo oman ni mu a but obetimi assign wo mu anom wo aban mu edon sa koponti obi so ana me busa question o if say enipa no ma dominate the government sector during the Rawlings administration the people living in the coastal lands and then the northern belt. So today, if say we are enduring more corruption in government institutions, who do you blame? Who do you blame? And here for enama corruption abo man mu kesipa. If you say obeya ban adwuma unye sikani. So person yesika just okay business. It woman no your business no. Woman was the southern belt, which is the account people, the Kwaus, and then the almighty Asantes. So those are the people doing businesses which they are getting their own money. Now, so person we are bad a service, you don't get money. You can live comfortable, but you don't get money. So my question is say, if say there's a huge corruption index in our public sector, how many years are there? We want to find out. You can lie. You can lie because the fact still remains the truth to say in the corruption index in government sectors, no. Woman no me adwuma wa ban mu no, woman e bo man ne kro no. Woman e bo man ne kro no. Talk of the passport office, immigration service, customs and preventive whatever, GOIL, GBC, Ghana Airport Company, and just a bobo takrade habo. How many years more? DVLA, how many years more? Those are the people. No more do Rawlings, you know, or buy and what didn't cross from Ghana. So a then a corruption about Ghana. Papa will solve a corruption. Or the corruption won't know a kunkuni pabe. These are questions that we are asking. We want to find out. We just don't want the next generation to come and face these questions again. Because every political platform be a man we benyabiano or use to incite against other people. And the corruption, force administration corruption. Though they are corrupt, yet. Corruption, no, huna na etwa ho ahia. Iti mensa ne gina na eche no. Nya papa we no say wa shock no. Anya oni. Anya iti mensa ni. Nya we no say Rawlings ka say wa shock no. Yen hwe video ni ento aso. Ba cho bomodian na like video no my why. We are doing this for the future reference. Why? Like video no my obi like my why. Yen kwe anim.
Can you be Jimmy Walken? What can you know?
voting for JAQ for president of Ghana. He can root this nation where they are suffering too much. You see, are suffering.
Munga chira Ghana. Young Kulum. Kulana Muna Karia, I check engines, I can't age your photo. The other Mungachi, Niaka, and Niba, and Falcona Gani, and your father, and so end is Yache, Yasa, Garimu.
But within the space of about 3 months, I've proven that there's something like professionalism in politics. This is why the tide has swung to my side. And because I believe I know.
Right. So in 1996, President Kufuor decided to say standing against Rawlings. And Rawlings' propaganda, the deception, the lies, confusing the masses, making the masses feel say, still, John Ajakum Kufuor told the media, say, in politics, there must be a professionalism. And on your book at said you know. Way Kufuor anwasem kakroka and patu yinti asemwe.
What is at stake? And I'm conveying the right message. But within the space of about 3 months, I've proven that there's something like professionalism in politics. This is why the tide has swung to my side. And because I believe I know what is at stake, and I'm conveying the right message with the people I'm responding to.
Right. So that was 1996. Still, the manipulation continues. Rawlings keep pressing the people, manipulating the masses, and trick them. Now, Yanko Dientia Rawlings Ebeha Ghana for. Now, this is Jiwa Bema Yefreno Steven Adabuga. Na wodi nkomo bi me pese wotie Adabuga nkomo awodi ye no mewie a memo wati asem bi so ase na yato aso yanku yanim hide the reason so patch like video na yanku yanim.
So the point is I feel guilty that innocent people, not only soldiers, the 260 people who got missing, most of them are there and other places which they know. You see, that doesn't mean.
Can you tell me some of the other places?
If you are going to the range, you understand, some of them are there. That tertiary range.
Right. Ohine Nana K.O. say yes. Thank you for the correction. Yes, Matthew Adabuga, yeah. Not Stephen, Matthew. Thank you, Adabuga. Now, was say, or no way you're guilty at Adia when you're rolling CA. Pacho Yentuaso.
And if you are going to the airport, especially the Air Force boys, they call that place Agege. They were buried there discriminately there. You see, those Air Force boys were reckless. There was even one of them who he took into his own accord, and he was shooting. So Rawlings made a mistake and went and shot somebody who was related to Rawlings. And then Rawlings told me to go and shoot him. And I said, why? What has he done? It's called W2 Kingston or Kingsley. Kingston. Okay. So it was one Boachi who went and shot him, called Boachi of Air Force. They went to a funeral.
The killing was just too much.
It was what they call collateral. They call it collateral damage.
The Holy War?
Well, there's nothing called holy, but you can give it any name, unless otherwise you can just brainwash the people like they did to us. So they say it was holy, which it wasn't holy. It wasn't only Ashantis who died or Northerners, it was to die. So it was across board.
Right. It would Matthew Adabuga were Rawlings bodyguard and just one and one acquired 1981 coup no. wɔn kura na yɛma no in fact wɔn kura kyɛ sɛ Rawlings wɔyɛ coward Rawlings deɛ ɔhyehyɛ adwuma na wakɔyɛ adwuma na ɛte sɛ buroni pɛpɛɛpɛ ɛte sɛ aborɔfo ɛnti mi ka sɛ Rawlings ɔba Ghana no anaasɛ Rawlings no saa wɔyɛ no ho sɛ ofiri baabi na aba Ghana ɛna wɔbɛdi nipa no so in fact Adabuga say Rawlings ne na yere woyɛ yaw se yɛn kokun kokun bra akwa we kokun no ampa na kokun anotin and once work say enya asantefo nko na wuye na je say no kore say asantefo ewui pa in fact osi nipa bebre wuye wo de yento aso na asem na ahomete pa
see and so it was a sad situation but the belief was that Amachi they say what sebebe here sebebe sia baby how do they say okay so if nothing spoil nothing will become okay and so for a few people to die for us to get an Ethiopia whereby there will be milk and honey I think that that is how we understood it you see
according to Adabuga say Rawlings mane nya adwene say yekum nipa bi a milk and honey Ghana be dane Garden of Eden but at the last resort na enya no kore yekum nipa na ye dia save na nipa bi ho ato mo ne nyina ne se eyi nipa wono ta no no wo ko no dwen se wo motanto wokum wo mo but enye se wokum wo mo na Ghana ayiyie awreho
fortunately it was milk and honey for Rawlings the Hoys, the Hudu Yayas and the rest. You can see today they have just said and loaded. What about the Nima people? What about
he talked about
Pachotieni yo what edino obobono the Hudu Yayas omo oyesikani the Hoys oyesikani the Chikates omo yesikafo but the base is still poor. So when you check the NDC base most of them and one about the Nima the Agbogboloshi the Ashamai also ehia for ne doso pa we obana me asema make emabunfo asemu a Rawlings bodyguard he can say and na da Rawlings de omo ye no enei the leadership no eyesikafo but omo a omo use omo no ehia for ne da so ye ehia for yento aso ase
yes
that he showed you
yes they are still the same
when you had that opportunity why didn't you ever question him about that
he didn't come no when we were there and I questioned him he was saying that it's an ongoing process and it will take time you see whether he was right or I was wrong I don't know but today we can see the end justify the means the people are still the same the Choco people are still the same
but they adore him.
Yes, because, excuse me to say, 60% of the population of 50 are semi-literates. They haven't got quality education, so they can't access. And because of conditions that are not created for them to get jobs and feed their families,
Eti uti asemwa Adabuga kan say enipa no a na yesi ye kwon da so ye hiafo school kra omu nko omu ye illiterates Adabuga na ye kan o sabre no so no na leader no a wo ye Jesus ne say obema Ghana fo na nya hoto te die no ye de ma wo mu te wanya hwe amomu wan resu om standards enna okunkum wo mu a na nka die ne bie beba Ghana wo mu anu wo nwuma sa nwuma ne mo no ebetimi ama nipa nya sika akọ school etumpo so nwuma ebie nwuma no Rawlings ebe finish wo mu ya rahusem and today yenya nipa bi ti bonkosofo bi se Rawlings you be a yen celebrity no
till Gary or what we call milk and sugar they give them. If you see the trend when it's getting to election, if you are in the fishing area you get petrol or adbo motors. In the north you get bicycle and then what we call
would you ever consider running for any governmental position?
No, not at all.
You are tired?
No.
You are fed up?
I'm fed up because he came and then lied. And he's still doing it, as I said. You can see that all these head of state, secretly in their heart, they will be telling me, thank you.
Any other evidence to pin him down except this book?
Yeah, but I'll hold that for now, so that when, because nobody is doing anything about it, like this judges and like this gold and the rest. I went to the NRC as I am with you, and I said everything.
And nothing has been.
Yeah, they said
it won't say Adabuga some work on say it shows which event happen yeah, a tit for tat, a payback time, or this you could ya settle scores. Also Adabuga say Rawlings what akro because you mekum. I'm on cross us ma nkoku bi na wa nkɔ na boachi bi ne koku sa ni panama no. On say Andrew Kraka say e brother Adabuga mo koyi ni free prison no. Quickly no call him for call no koku no. Just to settle scores. So be person we famous wa esa no mo ye. To politically act as activism no ye you know. Eso we eliminate obia we ye threat. Now no live. Now we are say Rawlings they deserve to die. Who deserve to die? He wanted to kill them. Okunkum wo msa be ya obetimi live on legacy. Whilst oni in the so de chechire wo man. Na o mokoka JB Danquah asem. Maybe I may show JB Danquah adi bi akire wa say. Stay here. Yanto aso.
Leave it to their conscience.
They leave it to their conscience.
Yes,
Who said that?
It was the government of Kufo.
Okay.
When I went to testify and even met them, you see, they said,
what exactly do you want to happen to Rawlings for you to be at peace?
I want him to come like me and apologize and say, yes, we did them. And then we are sorry. And all that money he made, he should be prepared to admit. Because I was there and other people who were there. You go and ask those soldiers who were there. Gold was being brought and ferried to, transported to Libya. Patentin sent gold to Libya. He's still alive. Go and ask him. You see, Riyadh, he stole gold and he ran away. Ask him what happened and he came back. He stole gold. During the PNDC era, he went to Australia. Ask him. He came when this thing. Abdallah. There was one guy called Major Jaloud. He was the second command to Gaddafi. He was coming to take the gold. And if nobody wants to investigate, you give it to the treasure hunters. Indiana Jones and his group. They will find where the treasure is. You see? So I want him to agree that he came to loot, he and the wife. In fact, I cannot hold him because, you see, after 4th June, Rawlings was being retired. And when he went and sat home, don't forget that the juice was getting finished, the money. The wife too was working at UTC, and they retrench her, and they have a child to take care. So they say, Eradi, let's come back. And that's why they plotted. So, and you can see it today, they're among the richest people. While some of us, not only me, the students who were crying, let the blood flow, and all those people, they were all being
So the
used.
wife was also involved in the whole process?
Yes, the wife was involved. Yay! Wicked.
You call them wicked?
Very wicked.
Why?
The bodyguard, 4th June, Rawlings like this boy, he's called Anto. You know, Anto. He's a network guy. Rawlings knew him when they were playing basketball. That's how he liked it. And he took him to go and guide the wife.
Right. Enti uti Adabuga and somebody there wakabia or say Ajumakuradu you're very wicked. Na obo Captain whatever 10 share me show video be Adumaku Nyamiche video be actually with the same brother ya will interview in the Adumaku Nyamiche be cast and be on ohia me show video be from Wachaja akodi actually na wati asem. Shasa interview with the same Rawlings and Niema wo ye no tia ha sei ni ento aso.
This country, he's a rich man. Just like Siao Tata Brewery. He wanted to kill this man because he's rich. He ran away to Liberia and they took his factory away from him. And where is the factory? It went dead. They destroyed it. They wanted to kill Boachi Mattress. And these people want to plead on his behalf. Don't kill this innocent man. He's a rich man, but yes, he hasn't stolen nothing from no government. He hasn't done anything against the government. Why are you against rich people? They've worked hard to get their money. You have come to steal money, and you are still there insulting the intelligence of Ghanaians. You've given a whole Ghana government's property in Sawam to your wife.
Right. I would say, I had the reason show. We are doing analysis about Jerry John Rawlings, or dead and gone, but the legacies cannot be emulated again because it was so tragic, so terrible, so sad and cruel. Adumaku Nyamiche, a musician, or a all-time musician, the kind of a near man or witness with Jerry John Rawlings and in the family and Walker Bichirono. One more Jerry Rawlings tried to assassinate them or kunkum woman and Adumaku Nyamiche can was a like if you don't need any.
Is it not the same corruption? The corruption, the chorus is he's singing. Corrupt, this is corrupt, corrupt, corrupt. He is the most corrupt person. Why did he wanted to go and arrest Boachima Tres from Accra to come, from Kumasi to come and kill him? Because he's a rich man. Siao Tata Brewery. This guy has opened a beer factory and is functioning well. He's got a name. Rawlings hated rich people. Said he wanted everybody in Ghana to be the same. So the rich must go down to be, like anybody in Ghana. Did God created all of us one day? And certainly these 5 fingers, are they the same? It's not. People have their destinies. They have worked hard to gain whatever they have to gain in life. He was jealous because he was broke like a church mouse, as we say it. He had no money. He wanted to be rich, and he is rich today. So who is going to confront him of the richness? The houses and castles is built around the whole country. Who is going to ask him about that? Ghanaians have let bygones to be bygones. You should let Ghanaians work hard the way we do and enjoy our lives and stop abusing Ghanaians. The intelligence and opening up the wounds he has inflicted in people's hearts. He keep opening them up with this 4th of June thing, teasing them with the killings of their loved ones. Why should Ghana allow this guy to continue to insult Ghanaians, abuse the laws and the constitutions of the country, to tell Ghanaians that he doesn't respect them? He don't respect Ghana. Look at the love and cordial and the fraternity our president is according this guy. He's pampering him like a brother. Did Rawlings treated any president and anybody in Ghana like that before? Because there was no ex-Anyway president before him. Because he killed everybody. So he was the only one left. And Kufuor spared his life. Said he wanted him to live to see how he is going to let Ghana flourish. And he started attacking this guy. But he was ruling with law. The rule of law, he respected it. He could have done anything to Rawlings' life, but he let him live to see what Ghana and his children was to be. He denied other people, but this president spared his life. You see, so Rawlings is a heartless and lawless person. He doesn't care. He doesn't respect anybody apart from himself. He thinks he's a god of himself, but there's the Almighty God is there. This guy must be hanged at the way he treated others. This is what I think. Yes.
Right. So before Sana Rawlings Ibewuno, Adumaku Nyamiche eka asem we kire Ghana for enkoda no a munim no mumetie. Mumra metie. Rawlings legacy enyefe. Omo pese omo whitewash Jerry John Rawlings but enye dwuma. And you see the pain, the emotions. Adumaku Nyamiche ede kasa. You're very sad. Otwa we ho a wode kasa no a. There's no way say obetimi aka bibia to Rawlings so a senya no kra ko be kanasa. Just say it's so sad. And obi bisa say so adentina nka obi a waba obekekere oman na woku sikafo na wochisi wo mu. Ye kan obi say oh dabi. Logically does it make sense say me pese me ye oman but sikafo no me kunkum wo mu. Ana uma me nka ho no papa nka ho te kan wo se ye nya no kro ho. And today say your unemployment blame Jerry John Rawlings and the family. Na ye now sorry ya nya nipa bi kuta audacity to come out and to attack JB Danquah, and you expect people to keep quiet. Now, Rawlings behavior. Check them. Fiwani, when this party him, only pebi obe demonstrative piano. You can see him. And today, and 1979, that person will hear from us. Now, Yanshe Papa your friend Boache Jakon. Rawlings, yamu cheno. Soja for the Betchin and Komukuno. Tiadia Boache Jakosomodi and Nayan Twaso.
And a soldier for Chemi just after Broadcasting House.
Yes, Obibus Mami Grace is at the Buga still alive. Yes, what in Norway at the Buga Tiase or Tiase pa. Pacho like video na mwana and then maybe show ni maybe a church them why. Yan Twaso.
Omuchimi enye jakuni mankasa saa time no so car me drive na company ne car Peugeot 504 white. Then one of the officers Minino got on the radio nipa ne kasa na someone catch and say yes we have him. Then he told the other they said we should send him to Air Force Station, Meadow Junction Air Force Station. And he bundled me into an armored personnel carrier. And who me could drew Meadow Junction and almost see me. They said to be transferred to. Almost see me now, I'm senior boy. Me call from 1 or from 5. Captain George Pattington. Yeah, friend Alaji. Pattington. Tell me who and I'm saying, oh, wait there. What to Benquem? I'm saying Alaji. Or him they no catch their boys. Go and make mincemeat out of him. Hey, Messinia.
Bajo, utia tieni ye pao. Opani Boache Jakon today, otiase. Ontimi nkan semwa. And today, when me say, obebeti mi ako siu no. Asemo a wɔka no ɔno na account wɔde mai tie ne ye wo de ɔmo aya ɔmo yɛ damp no a ye ka sefa jeje ho ana mo yɛ rough no tie ɔpani Boache Jakon ɔwɔ ho today so ɔka asɛm bi na nyɛ no kora people can take him on yentie no ɔse Pattington ɛnam sɛ Pattington wɔno wo free he ɔfiri different area nti ɔhwɛ nanim saa wɔ se momfa no nkɔ yɛ nkwae yɛnkoko no because ɔyɛ akani
mo na misiu niema die no maye any time me e de me ko share Renault the sa gear blue light blue na me were chiri in the middle of 2 armed guards and a driver no beat the front and the instructions in a buy no
Asempa FM.
What could I do? And when I started say allowed me bompire. Na strangely empire me bono na me bo in Krobo. Nichia na brofo. I was praying in Krobo. Enti a while na nipote front no. Obisa se mini clonojolo.
We Krobonian.
Aye. Nam say clonoje. George u free cloje. Nika o oduma se Christian quarters. E wa no mun nyina de omu sagu omu ti. Aw man. Oh God. The jami enyeji. They will have to answer for it. Quickly, they drove me to Air Force Station and saw me in Kofobi, a dim cover. Me drew her, ye me see free camera near them tare by him. Then an officer came and stood in front of me. I said, Odi me dim como interrogating me. Na said the Ojijina ha order done. When I'm said, Man Shedechi. Said that 2 soldiers with their guns were set on me. And the oil or balance it and no besides a friend saying. I'm so a friend of Boache Jakon. When must me free than buy? It be a shanty man kill him.
Was a for Tiani Pao, a Rosamo. Or say, Papa Sabi or a penny or say the so Janine would know no Asha in a Casana or me a becono. Or say, Obusan was a friend of Boache Jakon. Or say, he be a shanty man, kill him. And there are some of we are for backgrounds, but share the attitude of certain people against us anti-for. And you see, these same people will turn back to preach to us about civilization. To hell with us. Those times, and I entertain such nonsense. And yet today, You can't get close to this nonsense anymore. Say, that be tribalism the yet, and so Sancrophone yet the woman, it came from their blood. They should bring it on. Now, Yentie was say, also ya Santini Munkokuno ya Santini. Tia.
Nam so a friend me boache jako. When man see me free na buy. It be a shanty man kill him. And or chin hundred them ne tua kasa. Ya two. All the 6 or 8 bullets entered and came from my back. Ya two. Me count 9. And the from team. He nyame obe o nyame oshirawa no oshirawa. Me talk from no. Then I crawled into a room. Dead bodies. Me dawana boy bi ananko ye juma e wo Legon Hall annex 2 or ye cleaner e very na wuku. But ojai call army. Odime kaba no yi me shirt. And exit wound no. Or more shirt and the pushy shape to slow down the bleeding. Timidawa na jambeta si yenyina e de call. What do I know? That time na me down amongst the other bodies. I was told that we were 49 shot on that day. I was the only survivor.
Right. Enti ahaso hia pa. There was say until say Rawlings e kum nipa no. Justifications ni. The head of state Rawlings. Yetimi be che no ya boni tu nim se wawu. Ote nene no enipa na ya kum om kwa 49. Ya na yesori ana ye keka na enipa serve. Omo de so me soldiers a. Enipa nim wo innocent souls. In fact, me bo video bi so amwati. Rawlings na nu asem. Innocent souls need to be deleted from this planet. Eti yenu anu nkoda anu amunim de eba no pacho muntie ni yepa o boache Jacob penin na ni afi ontimi ntwatoro why yanku yanim
trauma time yen straight to 37 military hospital mortuary na omo tagi yen no ena mi tweme nai and sana nurse ko no hu say eh asemasi onwi trauma time me to trailer so and na dese de me kaya ne say me bisa ma me nurse ne say your friend is saying and also your friend no Lily Tamaklu and I'm sure me ma me your friend no Jane Ejako na ha not into me sirawa ko ka kire say asemo a atumi and the woman assured me said nothing will happen to you to the me call receiving a year of the theater. Me kodru ho na me classmate Chester ni Anitex ne ba Chester was the doctor on duty onokura who was South Africa. Hey Torino and okofre Dr. Lieutenant Colonel Akpalu the surgeon on duty no only Dr. Asari bi na ye operate and Akpalu ba no sino. So Akpalu started working menaya Apaluna Kachan said, I dare not give you anesthesia. Mema anesthesia, that would kill you. So they started operating without the anesthesia. Na kikri. Omuye, you know, they put me in the recovery. But I was told, said the instruction was that if after a certain number of hours, my revival, then come back to Mochi. Luckily, Major Okwe. Professor Okwe was the head nurse on duty. On your bomb, the kakra sa na miniti and omside me call ward. The next day, near Suma soldier for say me family free hospital ho. And Monsieur Levallois no say hinene ha. Yempini. Na miam senior, another senior, Pata Danquah, no come. And kakra. Look, I was in hospital.
Utie openi buache Jacob accounts ya on. Dear Monsieur free me say it seems say ne namfofo ano mu nyina eye ene nim free Ebusunya baako ena echese ko mo prese yenkunu kura. All because of so we can. Omo perceive class or ya santini. Because one say Nesmo Kenya ne classmate ni senior patenting ye ni senior was woman kokono patenting ya say yes wo dwane ko South Africa ba bia na adabuge kana sem no was mo kokono ye bonu to wie ya wanwu de na ko hospital was ko don ko bia was so no senior no was aba ye be fa no ne senior sa kan ye me fa ne san ko ava nko all because of it. So the point I'm person make can say Semitis will be cat tribalism as someone. I don't expect Obia or do Rawlings to tell me this. Rawlings followers are more tribalist than anybody in this planet. And you pay believe in Rawlings wrong. When we are tribalist than anyone, a be a so we are ten a be a one and a be for. I was adding. And you pay the Rawlings yet, you know, when we are tribalist, che will be a. Because one, Rawlings training when we are eloquent inferior, when we are weak, the poor mindset. 3, almost higher, almost financial intelligence. So they always chase government job. It is okone nye ya now o develop hatred against Obia within a business. Says Anna Rawlings here and followers no. And up to today, you can point them one after the other. Today, ubetimi do nsa akyerɛkyerɛ sɛ weni uhunu a na wahunu behavior say otaw because unim say extensive mindset to create and produce and to event. But no enam said the Rawlings tititi woman they are just waiting for the government. And this is the dangerous part for Ghana. We don't build a country with more government employees. And untina through Rawlings corruption idare wo man no Rawlings enipa wo sesa wo gu abadwuma mu no wo mo na de kataso hye bribe egie eba Ghana. Jerry John Rawlings ne penso enna enipa ekodi na chi ko tena abadwuma mu no wo mo bo man ne kro no kese pa yenti opinion nasam na homete.
For almost 3 months, 2.5 months, I useless. Dr. Palu never catch me say, hey, as soon as I discharge you, get the hell out of this country. They'll come for you again. Hey, Aboni Benkwana, Mayentia. Anyway, what can be? And arranging people. So I went to France first with the help of Monsieur Levallois, French chargé d'affaires. Me call France near the me call Comed. Ya ko share me with Comed. And sana, my sister says there be yanko US. And they me call US. So February 84. I was admitted at Yale New Haven Hospital and operated on again. Nimde kakra sa ansana minantie no estati seba ansana mahode. So for 2 years.
Se we are brantie ye 1990 ye 95 ye 92 onimhwe na se ne opapa ne boachia jaakon na ni nyame a otinimu amana a survival. Na wo count the adia isi wo Rawlings pencil na wuti bonko so o credit ketwa no wo de twere se enye no kre ebebo wutiri so no wapampa so. Now we get the nipa bi say as wo mo nwene say yen jeje Rawlings ne na busuafo so say wo mo ye hwan na wo pe JB Danquah ne mo ye no wo be da no amache no yentie JB Danquah history na fe me adoma ko nyame check asem bi wa asem ba
3rd March 1940 22nd March 1940 and I'm throwing this challenge me de CPP ni panyin no a da bia de ono de ohun Danquah yenda
right CPP ni no a ye frɛ no papa we na me respect ne kakra wo hu ye frɛ no anoche frempon sa papa no wo hu o distort history wo country we papa sa papa bi ne ye frɛ no anoche frempon bi no sa papa no say sa politics of sa enviness no o si pipi ne kura gu o te party enye yi ba say opese o di Ghana fo adwene dia go to history openi we the young people no we are able to take information on ye be srew me mpese ye be hya ase ne ye de ano aba wo so etoda said you sikika history bom because of onkroma is sem now to be kika kofe nima bi bom no openi ye better say obey focus because o history na waka no dodo no eye wo tan hate na wo de yes anema no wo de ye nyina wa ase sa openi no wo ka no CPP ni bi ye frɛ no anoche frempon sa papa no wo tibi kika nsem bom sa wo dwene wo nte ase akwebese time hotel
So I am throwing this challenge to him. 3rd March 1948. 22nd March 1948. Danquah accounts. Wow. Oma yebu binum kasa Danquah na didini Ghana bae no om se ye poa no. On san ko Danquah article. 3rd March 1948. 22nd March 1948. Now when pinche no bae. Na Kasibu Nika son tron yon wo. Not on 22nd March 1948. Omiya so se sadia.
Sabe when the catch 3rd March the maybe.
You are 3rd March the maybe. No some 22nd March 1948. So by Washington Commission at Kim Washington, Brunino or yes undrafted Ghana Constitution. What's the yes, Danquah? Your per se your constitution. Man and one moving your family. Yen. Now, over said that Danquah started here now. Danquah said, money be our constitution. And yen nipa back for Naso. Now, so Abasa as a cemetery metro. And also Danquah Toronto, 15th April 1948. 15th April 1948. And also, Danquah Chere said, ye be your Farudia, we be ye be your minister, we be ye. And also, Bianco PJB Danquah. Near Catwokra was 1st January 1949. Danquah articles. But Danquah articles, no, and young Maraso Binyam. Danquah articles. Nina so I had dated at the Yadon Chambers. Nina said, Sabe, Oko Legon, I don't know, so the BAM library. There may be Legon.
Itabusa tieni yo. JB Danquah. Joseph Boache Chirikwe Danquah. Niema wa ye. Ene nipa ni bi say ono de yetimi run ne down on de onye hero ne mo obi a wakum nipa moja wo ne nsa no se ye ka se ne ma wodi ni ma na ekọ ne de ne de ya asem JB Danquah ne mo ye nyina no omso okowu detention ono de yetimi nya tibo nkosofo e de ni gina parliament ehoro no omo wi a no maka kire se da bi enkasa Rawlings man ye Medra's daughter. Ene de enkasa Rawlings ye Medra. Mutiri so no mapampa so why? Pacho ye nto aso.
There are some other libraries we are able to. Bishop Benjamin Library. Now, fast forward, that is 1st January 1949. So, I just said, Danquah, Edimako to the power. And Yama Bebre, Edimako to the power. Kusa committee, the Anona, or on 1st January, because Washington committee, on the 15th April 1948. Kusa committee, the 1st January 1949.
Okay.
1st January 1949, and a Danquah Kuse Committee, and a Ghana Benya Famundia, and Fanco, and Fama Alphadia CPP4 in 1958, Omoyeno passage of PDA. So, on 8th January 1964, now Sankoche Danquah. Sachiano Naye Danquah, Awuku, and SD Amani. Danquah was at the age of 60 at Josian or Trick. No, I didn't fear Josian or Trick. Yet Chen calls and we are the Koto condemn themselves. In fear at Josian or Trick. Obia didn't fear Josian or Trick. Nay, Achano, Yam Fanan Kokot. They are not to condemn themselves
because of Ghana.
Because of Ghana.
Right. Eti Oshe Aurahu and Fundre Dahaya. JB Danquah no. Niema wo ye ansa na yebenya kura frɛ Ghana. Ɛna nipa bi pɛ yen kata so. Na yen kɔfo obi o ye wudini. Obi a ɔno wakunkum nipa ne ma ɛho adanse ɛwɔ hɔ. Wo mo a yakum wo papa no wo maame mo. Omo ti ase na omo ma no esu. O se yen kofa sa nipa no. Na yen jeje ne so. Now you sure say it doesn't make sense. Oh you sure say make sense. JB Danquah legacy. Obi say ono de etimi attack ne legacy no. But papa ya woda ha say kokoyi. Rawlings ya wawu no. Wono de ne legacy ye papa. Adeya edu mrebi no o nya independence, o nya democracy. Nana democracy ni wa ka JB Danquah planning draw nya kroni efre ne Ghana no. Nhihye di manya Ghana nko ye sene democracy ni wa. Ada mu hu yesi yeti bonko so sa na. Mu hu se yeti bonko so ana. There's a two words. One is cover and one discover. Wow, we want to say the meaning, the difference between cover and discover. Rawlings in a democracy no. Nye soldier for na say no. Nti wa ba no what the soldier asem ba. Na still wo man no wo say no through soldier asem. Na jama mamu ni nipa mrem ye nye civilian wura wo say wo na ade bai. Wo na wo ye dai. Wo say wo man no 19 years wo say no. Wo twa 10 years wo say no. Ti ase na fe no enyansafo mrem civilians ni nyansa wo mutrim. No choice, only choice. Rawlings did not have choice at that time because none nkwa ISKS. And today, you will get the audacity to destroy JB Danquah in the floor of Parliament and pretend say ono de emoja ni mu. And Rawlings wo no ono de emoja won na busuafo mu. But what so I like video no why madam mesre wa. Also like video no. Now, me pesa utie aduma ko nyame che asem we wo ho. Ehun hia. Adunya ko nyame che se Rawlings ya de bi wona ne yere ya de bi ho. Yenti ha ne nto aso.
If he should be going down the same road as he did to others.
Of course, I say Rawlings must be sent to the gallows, hanged. He must be hanged to taste what he did to others. If it is worth doing to a human being, they must hang him. That's what I'm saying. That's my mind. I'm saying it from experience because I have been a victim of him. He almost wasted my life, but God being so good. An angel came out from the plot to tell us, and we managed to fight our way out, and I'm living. So when I start to talk about these things, I'm angry because he tried to kill me too, like he killed others. But God saved my life, and I'm alive. That's why I'm angry to see him teasing people whom he has killed their parents, wasted their lives by celebrating this 4th of June. What for? What for? It's a birthday to him. People are mourning, they are dead, and he's celebrating it. He's happy, going to drink and eat with others. Blind followers who think 4th of June must going to join him to celebrate this thing on this day. You see, it's a human way of thinking. They shouldn't allow this thing to go on. We are Ghanaians. If it is possible, I think this thing must be called to the parliamentarian to really put their feet on it and stamp it out and send a clear signal to this guy that Ghana is not for him.
Yeah.
If you have come to the scene to do every nonsense and killings, your time is off. Leave Ghanaians alone to lead their life.
And one say, Asama, I don't know if so one pass say, Senator Rawlings, and any papa, and a busia fono, any federal remorse. Say any pakuma, ne papa kunkum woman, say yo mo yahu. And they will stop this nonsense called June 4th. This upsetting day, June 4th, 1917, and they will stop celebrating this nonsense because it doesn't make sense. But they enjoy the blood. They don't care. So they don't care. And they will continue to celebrate June 4th. Say, omo de be sham wabufuo mo. Omo ka kyerem say, on say omo sabi say brofo kan ka bi omo ka, oh they deserve to die. Who deserve to die? Enipa deserve to die. And some crofo we mu Ghana for ni betena se ama we mu atimi abuli won with this their nonsense. Ah omo ka mon kan se me be omo yad. Me say MP no ka sa no, se minim no a ka me bo no ka papa. Be bold and tell them say true. Rawlings was a murderer and he is a murderer till thy kingdom come. How? Sadia or ye any ya and common celebrate June 4th. But omonim say ye omani je any tromo ye no. Enti asema aduma kunya me che ka no. Onim dia woka. But omani je say ye dia ye womo enye ya ekre ye ye. Ye. Yenti aduma kunya me che na kosem oku mu Rawlings nsa no.
Came to get himself involved because he's from the AFRC.
Okay.
So he was welcomed because he was one of the people who brought Rawlings to life and to power in 79. So when he came, yes, he was accepted and he was moving with Jiwa and Atabuga and everything. So when we were being rounded up into jail, I think he was also rounded up. Okay. And then put into jail. So when we did the escape in the 19th June, he also had the opportunity to run with us into exile. Okay. So they wanted to come and confront Rawlings. And then this guy, I told you, has been planted among us to send messages to Rawlings in Ghana. He was relaying every preparation you and Sarkodie and people were doing to Rawlings in Ghana. So they were caught in the trap the moment they tried to enter the territory of Ghana. And Sarkodie and Jiwa and the rest were sent straight to Rawlings at the castle. So at the castle, whatever treatment that Jiwa and Sarkodie have to be given, they were given there at the castle by Rawlings, physically himself. And Jiwa told him that you can kill me, Jiwa, but many Jiwas will come to fight you. And Rawlings physically started to box Jiwa when this man has been handcuffed. Because Rawlings cannot throw a blow to Jiwa. You know, he will kill him like a fowl. But they have handcuffed him and put him before, he and Sarkodie before Rawlings. So Rawlings ordered for them to be executed, not to be tried, to be killed at the Air Force Station. Not with gun, but to mutilate them with cutlass, machete. Jiwa's hands and legs, Sarkodie's hands and legs were cut off by machete. You see, when 5 or 6 people are doing things, don't think it's a secret. But the way and method they killed them, it came out. And when they were doing this brutal killing of Sarkodie and Jiwa, Rawlings' friend called Riyad was videoing the whole thing. He recorded the whole scene about the way brutally Jiwa and Sarkodie had done. The boy, this innocent, naive boy who gave Rawlings life, he mutilated him like a cow meat, cut his legs and hands off before they shot them, emptying all bullets on them. So there was no even a body to be buried. They left it for vultures to eat their flesh. They were not even taken from that Air Force Station to be buried. Dogs and nothing ate their remains at the Air Force Station. And this recordings was made. It was in circulation among soldiers and some few people who had it.
Right. Eti aduma kunyamiche account wa dema ye no is so interesting. But mamin kola no somra na minin kumobi. Osofo what say?
Boko odisheba.
Right. From 1979 to today. Ediye na wahunu ni Ghana. Ediye na wahunu.
Demahunu ni se. Adia I Rawlings be ni na so amanfa so.
Aha.
And say uba no ne na nanom omabobra adia siso mu fie ni ade wote ase omabobra siso mu dan se store no mu yeyo se kalabule no mu yeyo omanko wia omanya ba adwuma uba gigi dan nyina usati bank accounts this account number 48 your board near as 2 o'clock for saska ko tum ona mekidano and obito ana ayi ogudu da black what we put down more than $70 million a dime. I want my brother. So yana nanum ebre some 50 na this so ma dan bibia mo ko bokro no se kalebule kro no amu bre na mo ye kalebule no this so mo dan mo ko ya ba adwuma ubaye no ya obro kro no say 1985 Opoku wale sport across sport Kumasi Sports Stadium Jubilee ibi oye ana bompata himaka chira se o mampani wada uruma shufati uba ya agu edi bomadi abebia manam krade bi adwuma nu je oji mic no obusan se wole tatelo ten no obiti odin kraka se biso bise kahuro biso odisha babomadi pesa video no
tobo meba o say why ne busa Rawlings say bo chirimu ye o so why ne
Rawlings bisa say wole tatelo ten
ase chira say
kahuro ni twi ya kan say
eti no kan chire hwan
bompata hima upoku wale tiasia bi ya bodwa no obedina mu ne
you mean meba tobo penny wo nya botre you mean osantehini na upoku ware
Kumasi Sports Stadium
ti osantehini eti gwiase ena bompata hima ebusa Rawlings de yi
odi tura nim said o mampani wada uruma ya shufati no bomadi bebia manan kola nya adwuma ni benye ana o se odi nkraka se biso obi won nche bisa se wole tatelo ten kahuro e kan twi mu sai
okay nti
kahuro nananum penifo peda me nkyira mu de asalifo ja kahuro wi a Kumasi shufati ne ba bebie
antina say response of the ma wa hima ne say asantifo nya kahuro wi na
bompata hima biso bia
okay
it's a fight
okay
opoku wale tia Kumasi Sport and to Rawlings the asantifo ba
okay ho
no ha mi kasaba
kasa
o Kumasi say apia make soap me and to the told ba ko politics
okay
satan apia make ye omo soft guardian soap edeben
tobo na me musawo adwuma na apia me nka ye e ono ani sika nya ba na di amani sika nya sa eto ono ani business awo ya wo sade to opani ya nya botre wo emotional minim sam asam na ya ba nya botre enkoda ni pese